3,
2.
1. What is up, everybody? It's your boy Champion here.
And Century here with a brand new show for you guys today.
Yeah, Century fell asleep at the wheel again. What is up, guys? It is March 1st. Okay, 2019. We hit number 3 of the month. Okay, February and January took like 4 years to go by. And we have an awesome show for you guys today. It's been a slow news week, but trust me, we'll spice it up. We'll give you guys stuff. First, we're going to obviously get into Pokemon Generation 8. We're going to talk about that a lot. You know, it's something that excites us both, and I think we're going to get a lot out of that topic. We're also going to talk about Dead or Alive 6, a brand new game that came out. And we're not really going to talk too much about the game itself. We're going to talk about the Season Pass, if you haven't heard what's going on about it. It's a $93 Season Pass. We're going to discuss our opinions on it a little bit more throughout the show. We'll also
you basically said it. You can just stop the show right now.
Yeah, we could just quit. Just have a 1 minute.
That's a show for you guys today.
That's a minute podcast. We'll also have a discussion talking about the fighting genre in general. You know, our opinions on it. And here's a cool video for you guys. A cool idea. Our top 5 video game soundtracks. Me and Sentry both got our top 5 list. Let's see where we agree and where we disagree. And last but not least, Pokemon Detective Pikachu. The second trailer came out. Does it look good? Does it look bad? You'll hear our opinions. So yeah, let's get started.
It looks good. It looks
You're supposed to wait. You're supposed to wait. You're supposed to not say that.
No, I mean I have a lot more to say.
Okay, but still, I didn't want to spoil it. It's like, look at this movie. Oh, by the way, the character dies at the end. But
I'm kidding. It looks bad. It looks horrible.
Okay, you got him confused. So
see, now you don't know which is true or not.
That's good. That's smart. See, that's tactical stuff. So let's get into the big news. This is the big news. Happened on, what was it, Wednesday? You know, they just announced it. They were just there like, Pokemon Direct. It's happening. And they had 3 Pokeballs. Floop. That means that they were gonna, you know, basically show off the starters and the next generation. And that's what everybody was saying. And there's a slight fear people were having that, oh my god, they might just announce some stupid Pokemon for the 3DS and people were gonna rage. But no, they got straight to the point. It was almost too quick.
No, they've been saying for a long time, yeah, that we were gonna get a 3D Switch port.
Yeah, it's just people were.
This was supposed to be the year of the Switch for the Pokemon.
So okay.
If it would have been a 3DS, I don't think anybody would have expected that.
No, everybody would have raged.
What?
But so they announced Generation 8 Pokemon. They showed off a trailer, which it looked gorgeous. It really did look like a great big open world game. They also showed off the new starters. I don't have their names with me, but just know that I'm gonna get the leaf one. That one looks super cute. The leaf monkey. Yeah, it's a green monkey. I'm gonna get the green monkey one. That one looks amazing. He looks super cute. Then they also went into the map. They went into the well, they don't really call them maps. They call them regions, right? Forgot how they call it in the Pokemon. Yeah, regions. Well, they showed the region.
Yeah, it's a different region.
Yeah, they showed, and it's basically like,
that's an excuse for, like, you know, they can always have different Pokemon.
Yeah, and yeah, that's why they always have new ones.
You can tell it's definitely inspired by the city of England.
Yeah, and they've actually, I think
England is my city.
Yeah, England is my city.
It's inspired in English setting. So
I think they've done that before. It's curious that they're going back there already. But then I think the name kind of
What do you mean? Which game did they?
I don't know. I heard one of their games was like because I know the big rumor was that it was gonna take place in England. But I don't know. I think I remember hearing that one of the games already took place in England. I don't know if
I don't really follow Pokemon very closely.
I
remember X and Y looked more like European, like France or like Germany.
I think that's the one that they meant.
That's what it seemed to me.
But yeah, it could have been Europe. I don't know. I heard that somewhere.
Yeah, like mainland Europe. like Britain has its own architecture and geography.
I do know Sun.
That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah.
They're inspired by
I do know Sun and Moon was more like Hawaii.
Yeah, Sun and Moon is 100% Hawaii.
Yeah,
like,
Hawaii.
yeah.
And
No doubt about that.
that's the thing, you can tell. They should. I feel like they should do one in Miami. I want to see that. Basically, it basically would be like
Vice City. There's robberies.
like Sun and
no.
like Sun and
Yeah,
Moon.
it's definitely. I'm looking at a picture right now of X and Y, and there's literally the Eiffel Tower. So yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's Paris. Yeah. No, I'm saying you can get like that one, the one that's like European cities, and then like Sun and Moon with the palm trees and stuff combined. So you have Miami right there. That's it. So that's a good idea, Pokemon.
I don't know.
Please, Game Freak, listen to our ideas. But okay,
There's cops.
okay. Let's get into the
There's
trailer. What did you think of it, Sentry? Did you enjoy the trailer? Did you get everything you expected?
I mean, I didn't expect anything, so yeah.
Did the graphics? Did you expect the graphics?
It looks like an HD version. No, it looks like an HD version of the current engine that they used for Ultra Sun and Moon.
It looks
Like,
a
yeah,
little
Ultra Sun
better.
and
Like
Moon.
this looks like the
Yeah, it's an HD version. That's all.
yeah.
Like the 3DS runs at a 360 megapixel resolution, something like that, or something low. And this is probably the same engine, just we're looking at it at a 720 or 1080p frame rate or resolution, which looks good.
Yeah, it looks good. What do you think about the starters? I like the starters. I think they look nice. They all acted kind of unique and stuff like that in different ways. I like them. I don't know if you like.
Yeah, they've done it before though. They've done it where like the fire Pokemon usually goes into like a fighter class. So he looks like a fighter class. His name is a Score Bunny or whatever. So
I've seen
that plays into the theme.
Yeah.
Where most of like this game looks very familiar. Like it doesn't look like they tried to push anything new.
They went safe.
You know what I mean? They're kind of afraid to they played it very safe right now.
But the thing I like,
this looks very familiar.
the thing that I heard was that don't worry for you Pokemon fans, we have more in store. And what that meant to me, and what it could mean to me, obviously it's just my interpretation. We might come out with a second Pokemon game for the Switch that's completely different, could be more online centered.
Yeah, but not anytime now.
Even though, well, yeah.
Well, if it's like an online spin-off, then maybe. But not like.
Or maybe
we're not getting.
Or maybe it could be for free, and it's just you only get it if you pay for the membership. Just throwing stuff out there. But geez, we need a reason to sign up for Nintendo Online. But I liked everything. I like the whole stadium. I saw a bunch. I've been watching a bunch of YouTube theories breaking down this trailer. Basically, they've said that seeing all the Pokemon stadiums and stuff like that, they're thinking that this they might introduce some sort of Pokemon League within the game itself, and that would be cool. I mean, imagine having to play in a stadium, and maybe it's like instead of beating all the getting all the gym badges, you have to like beat all your rivals in a certain league or something like that, and then your goal is to win the championship.
I mean, that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, win the championship, and then
hopefully it's like a dynamic.
Yeah, and then there'll probably be some evil person.
I mean, this is
like you have to.
I'm not expecting this, but they could.
Yeah.
Where they had like a nemesis system.
No, you could do.
You
could do is like okay.
Can you imagine?
No, you can do it. I mean, a nemesis system like they did in Shadow Mordor. I mean, it's
like a rival like that you beat. He might,
but it's
he lost to you, but then he like pushes up.
Oh, like that. I mean,
me when you beat me with that.
I would like to think that
when you beat me with the Grookey and with Sabo, you remember? And then it's like you gotta. And then he played. I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm just saying.
I mean, we could wish it for any type of games and stuff like that, but. I mean, this is a lot harder.
No, but now thinking of it, that whole tournament system for Nintendo, I mean for the for a Pokemon, that makes a lot of sense.
No, it makes sense in that
Incorporate
in that way. I just don't think they'd go that route. I wish honestly.
No, yeah, I don't. Like I said, I was throwing things out there. I don't really think
But
we're seeing anything like that.
But seeing that though would be amazing. Just fighting in the like, that's my thing. That's gonna be the plot to me. It's gonna be win the championship and save the world from whatever threat's going on simultaneously. That's to me is gonna be like the thing. And then maybe you go off and try to face off. Maybe like instead of like the Elite Four, maybe like this game's version of like the Elite Four would be like, you know, Hall of Famers, Hall of Fame.
Try to save the world from the Brexit.
From what?
It takes place in Britain, so.
Oh, I mean, maybe.
It's usually every game, the team or whatever, like, you know, they always try to like do something that pertains to that region. So just I don't know anything else about Britain. So it's like,
no, but
maybe
like when I saw
Team Rocket wants to cause Brexit or something. I have no
what
idea.
I saw on the YouTube theories, they were saying like England has been the origins for a lot of famous sports. I mean, soccer was invented in England. Cricket, which then later on developed into baseball, was developed in England. Rugby, which later on, you know, developed into American football, was was invented in England. Or yeah, like these videos that I watch got super in depth in it, and they're saying, you know, maybe, and it looks like pre-industrial England. It also doesn't look like, you know, modern day England. It looks pre-industrial, or like not pre-industrial, like mid, like while they're going through like the industrial revolution. It looks like, from all the pollution and stuff that you see, or not like the factories and stuff like that.
No, I think they're using inspiration from that.
Because they were saying,
But yeah,
they were saying
the guy, he has like technology on him.
No, yeah, I'm not saying it takes place
Good
in
luck.
that time.
Let's
I'm
see.
saying it's going after that like look.
Yeah,
Like it's like the look it's going.
Yeah,
for.
that's the look. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going for that like maybe.
Yeah, I mean they got bullet trains and stuff.
No, and what I heard
Yeah,
was
yeah.
that most Pokemon games always try to be green, try to have like nature infused into everything, but this game goes more into like a city type thing. I mean, I'm waiting for the day that.
Yeah, but it also has its nature. It also has its like nature aspect as well. I mean,
Yeah,
Britain
it does.
has a lot of open
No,
land.
yeah, it does, and it shows
So-
it off here. It's beautiful.
So yeah, I
It's
mean,
beautiful.
here's like I'm looking at a forest.
It looks great.
That they showed off in the trailer, and it looks nice.
The
So.
day I am waiting for though
Yeah.
is maybe later
It
on.
has a lot of different regions. That's what I think is cool.
The day that like the thing I'm waiting for is when they do like New York though or something like that, and they add the technology to, you know, freaking put a huge
New
city,
York.
and like you could do everywhere in the huge city and get around.
I feel like the only open space they're gonna have is
No, New York has plenty of open space
what's it called? That park in the middle of New York.
around.
Well, if it's gonna be New York, it's definitely gonna be New York City.
Well, you know,
It's
you
not
can
gonna be,
maybe
like,
take a train to
state,
New York
yeah.
City, and it only takes you to like the outside areas, you know, where like there's a lot of, you know, grassland and yeah, it's a lot of plains.
That's
and stuff
true.
like
They
that.
do that. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know, but again, I would love to see that. So the names are Sword and Shield. So again, you know, the theory was talking about how.
Yeah, they're running out of names.
Yeah. No,
Just
I
like,
mean,
what should we call
you don't
it?
like them. Here's the thing.
Sword and Shield.
I see a debate. I see a debate.
I mean, it's not that I don't like them. I just
No, I've been seeing online
I
a debate.
think, you know, they could have done better.
I don't know. I don't like it. I mean, look, no. I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. I mean, again,
Yeah, I don't hate it. It just seems like they could have tried a little bit harder
I mean,
with the name.
maybe in the context of the game itself, it might make a lot more sense. Like you play the game, you're like, oh, okay, this makes sense. You get me? Maybe the Pokemon, you know, maybe they try to emphasize certain different types of strategies. You know, like Sword is attack and Shield is defense. So maybe they're trying to, with this whole league thing. Especially like in sports, you always worry about your offense and your defense. So maybe this is like their way of, saying like, oh, Pokemon offense, Pokemon defense, like whichever one you prioritize. I don't know. I'm just trying to think, since there's going more for like a sport.
They should honestly name their next Pokemon Spoon and Fork.
Are you stealing comments
That'll be
again?
the perfect.
Is that in the comments?
No, this guy said fork and knife, but I thought of the spoon and fork.
Oh, so it's
It
original.
makes more sense. It's always been the rivalry.
But I'd buy a fork for
Spoon
sure.
and
Guaranteed,
fork.
I'll buy a fork. Come on. Spoons.
Spoon all the way.
Ah, come on. So you say you'd get shield, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's no like particular reason. It just I feel like I don't know.
I watch a lot of
don't know
American
what's
football.
the difference.
I'm of the belief that the defense wins championships. But since you called out the shield first, before I had a chance, I'll get the sword. So when we get different ones, we can see how different they. I mean, we get different versions. We can compare them and contrast them. I'll get the sword one. I don't mind it, and it looks. I like the cover for the sword one a little better than the shield one, even though I think they both look nice. Okay, both covers have a wolf. Do you think that's gonna imply anything? You think that might, talk about?
I hope it literally just isn't a blue wolf and a red wolf.
I don't think so.
Because people are just gonna be like, you know what, Game Freak, you just gave up this time.
There's a part.
Like,
there's a part in the trailer where you see that it basically cuts to a hill, and then on the hill you see like an alien, like some sort of, I don't know what the word is, like these crop circle things that aliens would do and stuff like that. But this seems more like it was done on purpose, and when they're showing like the environment and stuff, and people are speculating that might be the legendary Pokemon. Like when you see a hill. I know you're trying to look for right now, Sentry, the footage of it. So yeah, you're gonna see like a little hill, and a lot of people are speculating that on that hill they have like crop circles or whatever it's called. There, yeah, right there.
yeah, they're definitely.
It's basically like trying to show like maybe that they see this legendary Pokemon as a god, which I mean they've had Pokemon be gods before, so why not? So that could be.
Now thinking about it a little bit more, maybe it kind of does resemble whatever, like wolf or whatever. Like here.
You know what I also
Maybe.
By the
maybe I'm just looking into it.
No, yeah, the video that I saw went very deep
actually,
into it.
Looks like a lizard now.
The video that I saw was very deep into it. Because they think some of the new Pokemon might be inspired by Nordic and Nordic and like Viking mythology. Because even though it takes place in England, what was England's #1 fear back then? It was being taken over by the Vikings. So they're saying that like they might I don't know, they might bring a bunch of like how the Pokemons are always based off something. They always pick some sort of like. Like they'll try to pick either like a set of animals or like something to a group of something to inspire their Pokemon creations. A lot of people are expecting like stuff from like Nordic mythology and stuff like that. And they're saying the two wolves represent the two. I think there's like the two wolves that are always chasing the sun. And like wherever the sun. I don't know if you're familiar with Nordic mythology, but. Basically, I don't know how, I forgot how it went, but there's these two wolves that would always go after the sun. And what was the game before this game came out? Like on the timeline, it was Pokemon Sun and Moon. So they're like, oh, after the sun comes the two wolves. So it was getting super in depth, the video. I don't know if I buy any of it.
That guy was overthinking it, honestly.
But it's something to think about. I was happy with it. The names again, I have to wait to play the game, maybe in the context of the game to make more sense. But I'm excited for it, and I want to play some games. Like now, I want to play. Now I'm thinking about buying the Pokemon that came out on the Switch, just to like get warmed up for this one. I mean, I don't know if you feel that same itch. I feel like everybody now is feeling that itch.
For what?
Like right now, everybody wants to play a Pokemon just to like keep them busy now, because like you just saw this, but like you're not gonna have it for a few months. So, and again, it's gonna probably be like at the end of the year, late 2019. So
yeah, I think it's gonna be like November, December. Anyway,
like this sparked up my interest back into Pokemon again, and again, I've been on and off it since like Generation 5. After 5, I think
honestly, all like the features in the game are gonna be brand new to me, because I've played only Emerald and I have Moon, but I haven't played too much, so I don't really know like much.
Well,
about all the different gameplay mechanics.
hopefully it keeps all the mechanics it's had before. I don't know. They didn't show me character customization. That's gonna be big for me. I love character customization.
Oh, that's big. That's
no,
already
and I saw
big.
it. I saw it on the 3DS games, and I was mad. I was like, dang it.
Not,
I wanted
not
to play
in
it.
the faces because obviously they're anime faces, so there's not much you can.
No, I don't care about
You
that.
can literally put girl hair on the guy. It looks like a girl.
Yeah.
Like I think it's all about the clothing.
Yeah, and I've always had this idea. I always wish we could put clothing on the Pokemons. Even though I think they did it in this last game, right?
Yeah, you could put like hats and
But
stuff.
like only on Pikachu and Eevee, right?
I don't know. I've never played.
Well, my thing was that I wanted to give, like, I want to be able to, and I know I get it. You'd have to basically, if you create one shirt for you to buy and put on a Pokemon, you have to create basically like 500 models for every Pokemon that there is and every evolution that they have. So I understand why that's not possible. But I don't know. I just, it's just me wishing. I just wish that was a possibility. But, it's whatever. It is still, though. The trailer, to me, it looked exciting. I couldn't wait. I can't wait for it. I hopefully, the number one thing I'm waiting for is that they announce more Pokemon games to the Switch. Because I'm seriously thinking about getting a 3DS just to play some of the Pokemon games I've missed. At least up until like late in the year.
You say that? Excuse me. You say that, but there's.
I mean, you did the same.
There's so many.
You did the same thing for Fire Emblem. You just bought a 3DS to play all the Fire Emblem games. Like it's.
Yes, but these games, it's not like you can play them all. Okay, whatever. Like snap at a finger. No, they're hundreds of hours to complete.
Yeah. Well, Pokemon, it's never been hundreds of hours, but it's.
No, Pokemon.
It's not
is
quick.
100 hours minimum.
I don't think there's ever been 100 hours.
If you want to complete
Pokemon.
the main, yes, I'm not kidding.
No, Pokemon. I mean, well, it depends. I'm saying like,
you're thinking about the old Pokemon.
No, this new one might be different, but like even the other ones, people were saying that like they're still, like yeah, if you want to complete everything and do everything, yeah. But I'm saying like the campaign, like just a single player campaign. Once you do what you're supposed to do. Now, if you keep playing the end game, try to capture everything you can, of course, it's going to last a lot longer. But they've usually been around 60 hours, right? Like, just campaign. I'd say...
I don't know. I haven't played the new one, but I heard it's long.
Well, either way, we're excited for it. I can't wait for it. Sentry can't wait for it either. He'll be getting Shield. I'll be getting Sword. And, yeah. So, and guys, suggest to us any good Pokemon games to get. I've also been looking at ROM hacks as well, because they also look very good. Like, if you guys can put on, like, comment below any of your favorite ROM hacks or new Pokemon games in general that we should try out to get back into the series, let us know. And now, moving on to our next topic. This one's pretty funny. Dead or Alive 6. Are you familiar with the series, Sentry?
I mean, I heard of it. I know it. But I don't, like,
it's a fighting
play
game.
their games or anything.
Yeah, it's a fighting game.
I know that.
It's, well, it released recently. And the season pass for it came out right after it released. Now, the season pass cost $93. Keep in mind, this ain't the season pass bundled with the game, because that would be normal. That would be like what, $33? That's normal for a season pass. No, $93 for the season pass by itself. And I'm reading here on, well, do you have the page open, Sentry? Of all,
for what?
For all the great things that it comes with. It comes with like,
I remember it, and it was like 63 costumes.
60 costumes, and how many? 2 whole new characters for $93. 60 costumes. Let that in mind. Costumes. Okay. And yeah, and just 2 new characters. I mean, there's a few other things here or there, but here's the thing, man. There's nothing else you can include to make this costs more than the game. I mean, this just
It's $33 to be exact, more than the game.
$33 more than the game. So let me get this straight. If I want, I don't know how many fighters this comes with already, but let me just throw a number out there. You know, let's say 10 fighters. Let's say they each have at least minimum one alternative costume. I'd like to wish they have at least one alternative costume. And the game itself, and you know, all the all the locales the game has and stuff like that, all the maps and stuff, everything, $60. And you're saying just new costumes, which I'm sure a lot of them are like recycled from older games, and and 2 new characters, that's worth $93. Okay, look, again, and here's the thing, the game actually doesn't look that bad. I'm not super into fighters. I'm like semi into them, but here's the thing, I'm not gonna get into this one, of course. Like, and it's mostly because of DLC. Like, I can't. Like, that's just, it's unbelievable. A $93 season pass.
It almost seems like a joke. Like, it's ridiculous. There's not much you can really say.
You want to know what's the crazy thing though, Sentry? This is the craziest thing of all. I'd still prefer this over, you know, loot boxes. And that sounds crazy, but at least with a loot box, at least with this, I know what I'm getting. You know, you can spend $93 on loot boxes and get even less value than this, which is even more scary. The thought that you might even get spend $100 and get nothing. You know, obviously you'll get something because legally you have to get something, because if not, it'd be considered full gambling. But it's not gonna be worth $93 or $100 or whatever you think it's worth. I mean, even though this isn't worth $93 as well, I'd rather pay for something and know what I'm getting. So, you know what? It sucks, but at least it's not loot box. I don't know if you feel the same, that you have the same sentiments.
I do. I mean, there's not much. You really said what I think about it. Like, I do think it's better than loot boxes. Obviously, it just seems like they cut out a lot of content since it's already, you know, announced. But then again, you know, if they usually sold each skin for like $2.99, nobody would really care. But the fact that they decided to call it a season pass is just...
But the thing is, though, here's the thing, though. If you sell them at $2.99 each, let's say, I can just go in and buy the ones I like.
Yeah, that would be better.
Yeah, like, okay, whatever. I like 3 skins, which, again, I hate that because, like, yo, I bought your game. Okay, let me have the skins already. But whatever. So, yeah. I hate it either way, but yeah, that still would be better because nobody's gonna buy all the skins. You're just gonna buy the skins for your favorite characters, which makes sense. But yeah, so let's see. Hopefully, I mean, it doesn't look like a bad game, so I don't wish that it does terrible, but I just hope that next time they at least, you know, don't
think about it.
Yeah,
for a while.
Yeah, please, like, just think about your pricing, Jesus. So, you know, your audience, don't just target millionaires, you know, target some of us too, you know, us normal people. But this kind of had me wanting to talk a little bit more about the fighting genre in video games. I feel me and Sentry are both, we've played a lot of fighting games, but we're not experts, so this is just to talk about it in general. I do think, though, in the last 2 or 3 years, the best fighter to come out has been Smash Ultimate. It is so unfair, but I mean, do we consider Smash Ultimate like a legit, like, because fighting games, and then, like, here's the thing, when you say fighting games, I think Mortal Kombat before I think of Smash, even though I rather play Smash now than any other fighting game, quote unquote fighting game.
Yeah, no, Smash is a fighting game. No doubt about
like, it's a fighting game, but I'm saying, like, it's not side to side. It's very different. You get me? Like, I would almost, I'm surprised it hasn't become its own genre by now.
No, it is. Like in the fighting game world, it is its own genre. There is, you know, the 2D, there's 3D, there's the 4D, which is like You know, they move around and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like Xenoverse. No, what's it called? The one Xenoverse 2, whatever, by Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 and 2.
Technically, it's a fighting game.
Yeah, that one was also really good. Me and you played that one. We liked it too. Dragon Ball Z has had a good, very good handle on the fighting game like series, and I'm happy that they have it like they handle it well, because it's one of the most infamous shows about fighting. So they have that one, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1 and 2, which I thought they were both good games. People were saying part 2 was kind of like DLC to part 1, which you could make that argument, but I still enjoyed it nevertheless. They also have the Fighter Z, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, which I have it on my Switch. I got it on sale for like $20 on Black Friday. I mean, it was a steal. This was like a month after it came out on the Switch. Big steal, awesome steal. I don't know if it was a month. I know it was recently though. It had come out on the Switch, and I still got it for like a good deal for $20 Black Friday. That game is awesome. Have you played it, Century? That game, Fighter Z. Woo,
Yeah, it's great. Not really my style. I don't really like the whole overworld type deal where you have to like run into to fight.
I didn't like the little chibi thing.
Where it goes into like it's a little cheap. Yeah, I don't really.
Yeah, like I feel like they made a great game, and then they were like.
I feel like they could have easily just done a
No, like I feel like they spent the whole time making the gameplay, tweaking the gameplay, and then they're like, yeah, this is perfect, and then they're like, yo, by the way, the game is due in a few weeks, and like, crap, we forgot to put in a menu, or like, how do you even like travel within like places? Oh my god, like they're like just add little chibi things, like it literally, it's so funny.
I think it would have been easier just to make a menu. Where you just pick
it would have been easier. I mean, if you just walk in while I'm walking around in the game world, it looks like I'm playing a cell phone game. It's that bad. It's that, and not even like a modern cell phone game. Like it looks like I'm playing a cell phone game from 2007 on my like flip phone. Like it's bad. So I don't know why they decided to go that route. And then the games look so beautiful. Like if you could walk around in that world like you look in the game, like oh my god, that would be great.
It'll be hard. I don't know, because it's it's like a 2D anime.
I'll take it over 2007 cell phone graphics. Like,
yeah, of course.
But it's still a great game, honestly. If you're a big Dragon Ball fan, you should get this. The newcomer, the new boy on the block, is the homeboy. I forgot the game now. The one with all the anime characters. That one, the one that reviewed, it didn't have the best reviews. In fact, I still want to check it out, because I heard like the fighting is good, just like the story. I mean, I kind of want to make fun of it. I forgot what it's called right now. The let me see, the game that has all the anime characters and stuff like that. Oh my god, I can't remember it now. But
there's a yeah.
I was about to say
Jump Force.
Jump Force. Yeah, I don't know why I was about to say Showtime. I don't know why. Jump Force. I mean, it looked good. I still want to get it, even though the DLC, even though like the reviews.
It looks so flashy.
It looks super nice, and just the characters, like the bundle of characters and stuff like that are gonna be there, like that are there already. I mean, we haven't had. I'm a big Bleach fan. We haven't had Bleach characters in a long time. We haven't had a great Bleach game in a long time. So I'm excited for that. And also you have.
Honestly, I mean, I don't really care about the story.
I mean, have you seen some of the cutscenes though? They've been.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what so far what I've seen that looks bad.
The cutscenes are literally probably the worst cutscenes I've ever seen. Like they literally look like PS1 cutscenes.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like the same thing. Like they concentrated on creating a great looking game and having all these characters and stuff like that, and like their movesets, like they focused on that. But yeah, when it came to the cutscenes and stuff like that, it was last second. It looks like everything was last second. So Sentry right now is playing some of the cutscenes, and it's just like wow. And like they always, here's the thing, they have an angry face, and they always make that angry face when they talk, like the same.
Yeah, regardless.
They never change their face, which is like, it's funny seeing somebody like Goku, who's literally, his personality is a happy-go-lucky guy. He's literally frowning the entire game. He's frowning and talking seriously. Like, jeez. Even when he's joking around, he's like frowning. Like, I can't take that seriously. And there's a scene where like Frieza starts flying, and it didn't even look like he was flying. Like, it looked like they basically got a picture of Frieza. Imagine go to Photoshop, put a picture of Frieza in, and then just hit the up key and watch it float upwards. Like, that's literally what it looked like.
Yeah, that was horrible.
I was like, what's going on here? I mean, the cutscenes look terrible, but then again, I do like that you have all these characters in there. One question, Sentry, have you played My Hero Academia, the fighter game?
No, I was looking at it, but
I heard
didn't really appeal to me.
Yeah, I heard that like it's okay for a little bit, and then after that it wears down. Like, it's not worth at $60. It's not worth it. They're like, if you get it at 40, it's worth it. But I don't know. I've had so much fun with the anime. I might buy it, but I'll get it. I'll look for it on sale. And let me see. Like, yeah, I'll look for it on sale. It does look nice.
I think they should have made it like an open world, like Spider-Man game. Imagine you can create your own hero.
Okay, and I was just asking.
Actually having to save people.
I mean, yeah.
But this is more like a tournament, like a tournament fight. But I feel like if they made it like an open world, like, you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, but now you're just asking for too much. I mean, yeah.
Well, I guess.
Yeah,
maybe.
It could be that, but I mean, who knows? But still, I like the fact that anime characters are really taking over the fighting genre. You know, I felt had a good pulse on the fighting genre a few years back was the with DC with the DC games.
Oh, Injustice.
Yeah, Injustice.
Yeah.
I felt
The creators of Mortal Kombat.
that was the one area where DC heavy-handedly destroyed Marvel in. So
yeah. I mean, they haven't released a new one because they're working on Mortal Kombat, but.
Yeah, and the new Mortal Kombat looks good. Hopefully, Injustice looks just as good. Here's the thing. I forgot which company was it again. The one that creates both of them.
I don't remember right now.
Well, if they could just reach out to Marvel and be like, yeah, we could do the same thing with just Marvel characters. I would not be mad.
Well, Capcom has that license.
Oh, that's true. Well, Capcom has. Oh yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom. But
yeah.
Here's the thing. I didn't like Marvel vs. Capcom 3. You bought it on. I remember you bought it on Xbox, and we share our Xbox, so I got it too, and I played it. Did you?
I played it. I actually liked it.
I played like 2 or 3 fights.
It's a little chaotic, but you get used to it fast.
Did you feel like they could have used more characters? I feel like that one could have.
Maybe, but this came out in an era where like not many characters were given.
Like
a lot of DLC.
My thing is, by the way, Deadpool Super in that game was super awesome. Like, it just.
Yeah, he grabs the health bar.
Yeah, that's awesome. But here, like, my thing is, like, when I was little, I just wanted more. The more characters you have, the best. I would look at the Dragon Ball Z games available, and I'm like, which one had the more characters? This one had 13. This one had 14. I'm getting the one with 14 characters. Dang it! But now I'm like trying to look for that balance. I'm not trying to look for a game that has 50 characters, but they're all like, 20 of them are carbon copies of each other. But I'm also not looking for a game like that has 5 characters and they're all super unique, but it's only 5 characters. I think a game like Jump Force kind of has had a good fighter number balance. Like, the fighters are all different. I think Smash, again, does it better than anybody, but it's kind of unfair because, they kind of recycled a lot of their assets from their last games. So obviously they're gonna have the most characters since they don't have to come up with 70. How many fighters the Smash have? Smash Ultimate's like 80, right? Or like 70. It's gonna be 80 with the DLC characters, but 70 something.
Yeah, probably like 80.
No, yeah, and
no, 75, 70 something. Yeah.
But it would be close to impossible in that time to come up with brand new character designs and brand new movesets for 72 different characters. It would take so long. It would take like 20 years, honestly. So they basically, for them, it's a little bit of a cheat code, but that's why they're on top, I think, of the fighting genre in general. So kind of love that. I mean, guys, tell me down below any, underrated fighter games that we're missing or we're not talking about. Let me know what you guys think about it. And now, on to a very exciting part of the episode. We're going to talk about our top 5 video game soundtracks. Whoo. You might want to... Oh, I'm just going to minimize you, Sentry, so I don't look at your top 5 list.
I don't have my top 5 list right here.
Oh, okay. Perfect. So,
this is just
Champion, and Sentry, we devised our, top 5 video game soundtracks. In our opinion, okay? I know maybe 1 or 2 of these are not going to be in your, they're not going to be, maybe in your top 5 or in Sentry's top 5.
Like I was telling you before, they're not really like my top 5.
These are...
They're like 5 I like. It's just, there's a number 1. But like I was telling Champion, the other 4 I have on this list, they're all number 2 in my opinion. Like they're not... There's no, they're really good.
And look, and
it's hard to classify like, oh, this is better than this one. But there is a number 1 for me.
Look, okay, and this is how I see it. How I see it is like, I don't, like, my thing is if I enjoyed it. Like how much I enjoyed it. That's what I'm going after. I'm not going after, like which which one people think sounds better or which one's highly rated. There's 1 or 2 series that I left out here that everybody's gonna give me crap for not talking about, but I just didn't grow up to those games, so again, I don't want to give out any hints, but yeah, let's start with our list, our top 5 video game soundtracks. Let's start at number 5. Now, Sentry, what's your number 5 and why?
The Elder Scrolls series.
Elder Scrolls? Why?
So yeah, the Elder Scrolls always has like this epic, you're always the guy who in the games you have to like save the world essentially. But I don't know, they each song has like each track has like their own theme pertaining to whatever setting they're trying to go to.
Yeah.
And I remember when like Skyrim, like when you go to Valhalla and you hear that theme of like the Dragonborn song, but in Valhalla or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, or what was it? No, it wasn't. It's basically Valhalla, but it was I forgot what it's called.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just a lot of the music. It's really good.
I mean, they made their own language up just to write some of their songs in that dragon language. It's honestly.
And Morrowind has some great, like, the theme was great. I actually like the theme of Morrowind better than Skyrim.
Even though
they're the same.
I like Skyrim's more, but when I first heard Morrowind, I was like, wow, this is up there.
Whereas Oblivion, the soundtrack on Oblivion is more like regal. Like it's more, you're in the capital.
Yeah,
of
but I like this
still. This huge continent. No, I love it, but like I'm saying, like it's it's more like it uses a lot of like cello instruments and stuff. It's more it goes into more of a regal tune, whereas Skyrim goes for like this Nordic, folk music.
Yeah,
it
knocks it out the park. Yeah. So that's your number 5, Elder Scrolls. Good pick.
But like I said, all of my first 4 are number 2 to me. Like there's none. They're not better than each other. They're all great. My
number 5, and this one I don't think is gonna be on your list. If it is, I'll be surprised. This is probably not gonna be on most people's list. This one is solely on nostalgia, and hearing the music from this series makes me happy every time I listen to it. It is the Sonic Adventure series. And I know, like, that might sound weird, but playing Smash the other day, I was looking through the music, and I clicked on Sonic, and I clicked on the Sonic Adventure series, and hearing around, like, especially that first song. Well, when I'm saying the Sonic Adventure series, because we're not picking single games, we're picking series, but I'm mostly talking about Sonic Adventure 2. I mean, that song at the beginning where it's like rolling around at the speed of... Whoever's played Sonic Adventures 2 knows that exact moment I'm talking about. And that to me shows you what I'm talking about. When you're able, like, anybody who's played this game has, like, you know, you can, you know, our cousin in common, Gabe, he hears that song and he went crazy when we were playing Smash and he heard it playing in the background. He went berserk. And also when you go to the Chow Garden, I remember if you remember that the Sonic game that had the Chow Garden.
It's a very, I'm listening to it now. It's a very 2000 like early 2000s rock.
No, and when you listen
like
to the Chow Garden,
metal play.
The Chow Garden song, it is the most calming song you can listen to when you're in the Chow Garden. I could literally spend hours listening to that song and it never got annoying. I would spend hours and hours in the Chow Garden. It was just it's just the most relaxing thing ever. I don't want to get copy, strikes, so I'm not gonna play it. But my number 5,
I doubt we're gonna get copy striked.
Probably not. But number 5,
Yeah.
Sonic Adventure series. Your number 4, Sentry.
Okay, my number 4. Like I said, they're all number 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have to go with Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest. Really? I feel like
this was a hard decision.
the Dragon Quest series, like, okay, I'm sure the music is good, but like I feel like you've played like not that many games from them.
I played one Dragon Quest, and I think it was in the Game Boy, but I didn't even know it was Dragon Quest because I was younger at the time.
But
I went back and I listened to a lot of the music with the recent Dragon Quest games I listened to, like, and I played the the older versions as well, and the music it's like an overture, like this is cheating because this is made by Square Enix,
yeah,
the kings of RPGs, so they use a lot of the same composers, so they can a lot of the composers are also on Final Fantasy, they're on Chrono Trigger, so that's why it was hard. Like,
I don't want to give anything away, but a bunch of Square Enix games we don't have honorable mentions because it would take too long, but if I had honorable mentions, it'd be full of Square Enix games, so I'm not complaining.
Like, maybe I should have said Square Enix.
Yeah, in general.
But then that's kind of cheating because then that's how many games have they made.
Look, Kingdom Hearts, great soundtrack. Final Fantasy's great soundtrack.
Yeah,
so it's like...
and that's why.
Chrono Trigger.
But I went with Dragon Quest.
Again.
I went with Dragon Quest. Chrono Trigger, I love. See, that's what I'm saying. But it's not on my list. Chrono Trigger's not on my list. But there was a lot of games I decided to. I chose Dragon Quest at the end. Just something about, when the main theme plays, like, okay, you're going on an adventure.
Yeah.
You're going on a quest.
Yeah.
Which is, theme, and I don't know. I love that. But then again, Final Fantasy has, a lot of the same stuff. Chrono Trigger has a lot of great music as well. So
yeah, my number 4, and so yeah, your number 4 was the Dragon Quest series. My number 4. I mean, I think you can probably guess it if I just sing the main theme for like 2 seconds. I can't do it. I need to go into the bathroom. And you hear the
So Halo?
Yeah, the Halo series.
I considered Halo.
It's just...
There was only one real
No,
song.
no,
Actually, that's not true. There's the... Actually, no, that's the same song. Just different parts of that
Halo
song.
Halo 3 was my first intro into... I feel like it was everybody's intro into the Halo series. Jeez, at least like most people that I know. At least in my generation.
A little bit older, yeah. It was the Halo. Came out
No,
with
I mean,
Xbox.
everybody loves Halo. Whatever generation they started with, they all love it. 1, 2, and 3. I love 3. The soundtrack was amazing and stuff. And then going back and playing Halo 1 on like... Because everybody had it on their computers. And then just hearing that... sound. Oh my god, it was just... But still, it's full of great songs everywhere. Again, it's mostly for like the beginning song, like the first song, the song that everybody knows about. But I think in general, all their games have been, have had great scores. Halo 3 is probably my favorite one. I haven't played them all, of course, but for sure Halo 3. Halo 4 had great music. Halo 4 was, that's the one where Cortana leaves Master Chief. Or she gets... Yeah, that one, again, great soundtrack. I remember that one. My favorite one was probably, it was 3, 4. My favorite one was the one in between. I forgot what it's called now. But I remember that one as well had a good soundtrack. They all had good soundtracks, honestly. They just...
Yeah. The reason is because I could only think of the main theme. You know, the main theme is like a 3-minute long song. And it has just a bunch of parts in it that the games utilize like different parts of the main theme into like, you know, whatever mission that was going on. So, but yeah, Halo's a good.
Yeah, that.
Good,
and by the way, Halo Reach was the game I was talking about. Again, soundtrack was amazing. They've never. Here's the thing. Their worst.
Halo Reach was my first Halo.
Yeah.
And that's what got me into the Halo series. I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's I'd say, it's a funny thing. A lot of people don't like wouldn't say Reach is their favorite, but it's just my favorite. I don't know why.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Halo Reach is my favorite game out of the Halo franchise.
And I think all their soundtracks have been great. Here's the thing, like they've never had even an okay soundtrack. Like it's always been on par. It's been great. So my number 4, the Halo series. Your number 3, Sentry.
Okay, you want to guess? I mean, like I said, there's not.
I mean, can you sing? Are you gonna sing the theme or something? Like we need.
I'll say a major part of like one of the recent games that came out. Life Will Change.
Oh, I don't know. Life Will Change. I mean, Jesus, that's. I don't know. Life.
Come on, dude. You're playing the game too.
Kingdom Hearts or Persona. Persona. Okay. Yes. Persona.
Man, they don't have like music. They got songs, and like you're gonna snap your finger to them. Like, and the songs are perfect for each game. Persona 5 was like, wow. I mean, Persona 5 was my first Persona, but I went back. I finished Persona 4, the Golden Edition, which is and then I finished Persona 3. Or no, I didn't finish. I started Persona 3. Yeah, but yeah, the music, they know their music, and it's like it pertains to every theme.
The thing I like, like you said, the thing I like about them, it's not here's the thing. Probably like most of these games that we mentioned that usually win soundtrack of the year have the best soundtracks. So usually these big grand old orchestras and stuff like that have thousands of instruments or whatever, hundreds of instruments.
This is not. When it comes to epicness, it's epic in its own way.
Yeah,
I don't
like
want to say it's not like Halo, like oh.
It's a modern game set in like a modern city, so you have modern music, and it does.
Not even. It's like this electric jazz. But it's like, like
it's alternative. Like
I'm listening to right now, so Champion's looking at me, and I'm just like moving.
No,
towards
no. Here's the thing. Like I remember, because I actually went on Sentry's YouTube one time accidentally, because my account was being used for something else, and all the suggestions were Persona songs. I was there, Jesus.
Yeah, because there was a time when I was just listening. Like I listen to Persona when I'm working out.
Wait, when you're working out?
When I'm working out.
I mean, I thought you meant when you're gonna study. Like, okay, I'll listen to it while I study, not work out.
No, you can't study, dude. If I study this, I mean, I'll be moving. Like Persona 5 in particular. Persona 4, I love it. It has like it's like it came out in the early 2000s, so it has this early 2000 beat, but it's still really good. It plays with the theme of like a mystery and like in this closed friendship.
Yeah.
Like Persona 4, I'm talking about the games right now, but like it pertains to the soundtrack. The music.
What?
That's the thing. The music has to play an image of what's going on. Like it has to tell the story. Like these are songs, obviously.
Like I've heard some soundtracks for some games, but it's like, nah, I'm gonna go for the games that I played because I get I get like the in context of the song. I get the full context of the song.
Yeah, but yeah, Persona 5, they and then they have like some epic songs.
Question. Do you like Persona 5 soundtrack better than Persona 4's or other way around? You like Persona 5's better? Okay, but you enjoy Persona 4 more, right?
No, Persona 4 Golden as a game, I like the characters more. which obviously that makes like 90% of the game.
Yeah.
And the combat's the exact same. Like there's a little bit of improvements in 5, but there's no real much difference in combat. But Persona 5 was my first Persona, and I love it. And it's actually like if I had to recommend somebody a game, I would definitely say Persona.
Well, I mean, it depends on the individual. I wouldn't recommend Persona blindly, but if you're into that,
Persona, like it's like my spirit animal. Like it's the gentleman thief. Like that's what the music. I'm going back to the music. The music is, at least for Persona 5, it's like this. You know, you're a gentleman thief. You know, you're super classy. As gentleman, Persona 3 is actually depressing music, but it's a depressing game.
Yeah,
like,
makes sense.
The way you summon Personas is the guy shoots his head. He has to shoot himself every time.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember when people were talking about that.
Yeah, and then Persona 4, the music is just like very upbeat, and it's kind of like weird because people are dying, but like the cast is always happy.
Yeah.
Not always, obviously they cry, they're sad, they get angry.
Unrealistic anime, feelings. Like they're always happy. They're always joking around.
Yeah, no, I will have a panic attack if I was in the set. It's like a serial killer mystery.
Oh, okay.
In Persona 4.
Yeah, I never played part 4. I'm currently playing 5.
Yeah, that's what I love. I thought, Persona 4 might be the exact same when I played Persona 5. But no, you're not at the, it plays the whole, it's a whole different setting, like a whole different setting. It's like in the countryside, so it focuses a lot on the characters. You can talk to every NPC in the town, every single one. And it's cool because they have their little relationships and conflicts.
Let me see. Okay, so the Persona series in general.
Yeah, the Persona series in general.
All right, that's your number 3.
Here, going back to the music though, really quick on that. The last credit theme just made me cry. Like it was that good that I teared up.
I mean, I'm about to finish it, so let's see.
No, yeah, it was just the music though. It wasn't like.
Oh, just the music.
It wasn't like the story was sad. No, it was just the music. Because I completed the game. That's why I was.
Okay.
I was like, man, and the music is like telling you basically thanks for playing. Like, we gave it all. And that's
I can't wait to finish it. I wanna see that. I wanna feel that. No, and currently it's a great, amazing, awesome, super awesome.
And what's crazy, I didn't even know the music, the credits. It's kind of a spoiler, but it's not. It's the music spoiler. The last track is Japanese, so you really don't understand what they're saying.
I don't know.
But
actually,
it's the end.
I prefer. When I want to concentrate, I prefer listening to music that I don't know the language of. I know that sounds weird, but
yeah, you're not really concentrating. You're just looking at credits, but it's like
no. But when I'm focused, because if I focus on the words, because if I'm listening to music, I'm gonna focus on the words. That's why I just play something that I don't understand. So I just flow and just study. So I don't know. It's a little weird, but for sure I'll check out the last song then. So
just whenever it gets to credits, you'll hear it.
Number 3 for you was the Persona series.
Yes.
My number 3, again, infamous series.
Okay, I literally thought you said Infamous. I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe. I don't know, but
I don't know.
no,
okay.
Number 3, and this is mostly because I played it recently, and it was so good. And that's the God of War series. I mean, just by God of War 4, God of War 4 by itself wins. Would get placement in number 3.
God of War. It's God of War 4. The music is great, and even though I haven't finished God of War.
You should. That's gonna.
I know. I know. The music was yeah, it's epic.
It is epic. It is Nordic. It is. Oh my God! It hits everything it should. Every point it should. No, and here's the thing: when in God of War, they have a lot of time when you're just sitting around with your son, talking to him, having conversations with him, and the song slows down and it's this more gentle song and stuff like that. But then when you're fighting these huge, humongous creatures and stuff like that, the freaking score picks up and it's this, freaking, it is such a, oh my god, every emotion that you feel in that game, and that game is gonna make you feel plenty of different emotions. They have literally the perfect song for it. The other God of War games, again, the only one I ever played was 3, and then 4. After that, I don't remember. I can't tell you how the soundtracks were. I think people genuinely.
Then maybe do you think maybe you should have picked another one, because there was a lot of like, I don't know. Like, if I would have just played Persona 5, I don't think I would have picked it, because I wouldn't. But since I played almost all the Persona games.
No, I think the music just in God of War 4 by itself puts it on the list. And I have another game on here where I just played one game in its series, and it's on the list.
Come on.
No.
Come on, champion.
You can't talk. You put a soundtrack to a game you didn't even play, so you can't disagree with that.
Which game?
Dragon Quest. Well, you didn't play.
I have played Dragon Quest.
No, but you didn't play. You said you went back and you heard the ones from the other games that you didn't play. And Game Boy, Game Boy soundtrack.
It's the same one.
How good is a Game Boy soundtrack though? It's like.
You should look it up. It's actually pretty good.
Okay, I mean, I'll look it up. So my number 3, God of War, Century.
Like, this is not an honorable mention, but one that is not on my list, but I've listened to almost every song. It is kind of cheating because they're not songs made for the game per se. Not all of them. It uses. Do you know which one I'm talking about? I don't want to say it. Like, it's a developer who he used a lot of like real songs and incorporated it into his game. He's considered the Quentin Tarantino of like video games right now.
I mean,
like, Quentin Tarantino uses a lot of like songs.
I mean, yeah, but
movies.
that's like the last thing he's known for. He's most known for like character dialogue. But yeah, sure, I guess.
Yeah. I'm saying like when it comes to music, I'm talking about the music.
Yeah.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. No.
Hideo Kojima and the
Metal
Gear series.
Bro, oh my god.
They use a lot
You won't believe me. I literally, I swear, I wanted to say that.
I know. Wait, what do you mean?
Like, I wanted, cause I remember playing Metal Gear Solid, the Phantom Pain. I remember listening to songs. I'm like, these songs sound like normal songs. Like these songs are like normal songs. Like they're not.
They're straight up normal.
Yeah.
They're 80s songs. Like there's all these. It's not in my list.
No.
And I wanted to.
Here's the thing.
But I've listened to all the songs.
Here's the thing.
And they're very good.
For me, they're up. It's an honorable mention, especially the main theme with with the girls screaming in the background. I think that song was specially made for that game. But
wait, which one? Which one do you think is the main theme?
The one where the girl's screaming. Like, oh, I don't know. I can't.
Oh, Sins of Father.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not. Is that the main theme? I think there's a.
I thought that was the main theme.
Yeah, it became a meme. It's like, why are we still here?
Oh yeah.
Just to suffer. That's the song where they use that music in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that one is a Metal Gear. That's what I'm saying. They use a lot, they use a lot of. Hideo Kojima loves using real songs.
Shout out to Hideo Kojima. Shout out to Metal Gear. Honorable mentions on our list. The whole Metal Gear series.
I know all the songs, but I haven't played all the Metal Gear games because Konami does not want to remaster them. You know what? This is completely. I'm digressing 100%, but I have to mention this now that we're on Konami really quick. You know they remastered Metal Gear Solid 3
Segitor?
On a pachinko.
On a what?
A pachinko game. Do you know what pachinko is?
No.
It's like a slot machine.
Wait, what?
Look, I'm gonna show you. I was looking at it the other day.
I mean,
imagine if you can play Metal Gear Solid 3 with modern graphics, right? Now, the only way you can do that is on a pachinko machine, which is a slot machine. Look.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just showing you
Look
footage.
At this.
It's just footage. I mean, I get it.
It's not just footage. They remade the entire game. All the cutscenes. Every single cutscene.
Okay, well, they probably got paid a lot by that casino. I mean, that's pretty cool.
No.
I mean, it's kind of like wasted talent. Like, why'd you...
Konami's, the company started making pachinko games. They're known for that.
Oh,
So
okay.
they have their own Pachinko line, and they're very popular. And one of them is a Metal Gear Solid, completely like. But I'm like, come on, Konami.
Make this game.
Why did you not make this?
Okay, so
Do you want to make money? Like, hello?
we'll
Yeah,
talk about
it's-
Pachinko's at another time. I mean, I
Yeah,
do want to try it out.
This is just something I
I
wanted to
do.
say,
I mean, I'm not a gambler. If I can play a free version of this game,
It's just no, because it makes no sense. So why would you
just to watch the story, just to watch the pretty
just
cutscenes.
YouTube it? Not
Basically,
worth it, just-
yeah, I'll YouTube it. So, Sentry.
Okay,
You're,
going back, yeah, to the music.
your number 2 soundtrack of all time.
two.
I'm saying, just in your opinion.
Yeah, they're all number 2. But number 2, Fire Emblem.
Boom.
Now, Fire Emblem.
Drop the mic.
My God.
I dropped the mic. Now you dropped the mic.
How? I mean, Fire Emblem.
No, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. No, that's
Yeah.
a good thing. That means yeah, it's good. That doesn't.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not telling you to
They
drop the mic.
has
Drop the
some of
mic.
The most.
Stop speaking.
This looks very weird. Yeah, they Well, you played Smash. Yeah, you have Smash. Have you heard the theme?
Actually, I have. I remember from.
Yeah, they're epic. They're just these scores, and like the music is not. The games are not like, oh, it's an adventure.
Yeah.
Like the different the different tracks, and they're made by a female composer. I forgot her name, but they evoke emotion because there's a lot of like, it's a game based on war and battles.
Yeah.
So it's like, these people have psychological like, detriments and effects on their mind, and these songs play those like themes without having words. They paint that picture.
I've never played it, but I've always looked at it and been like, I'm sure that series has a good soundtrack.
It's a revered series. You can just look at it and it's like.
No, like
yeah.
I watched it and I'm like, I'm pretty sure this series has a great soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Like I just by looking at it.
Yeah, and there's just so many, man, it's insane.
Okay, so that's your number 2?
Yeah, it is my number 2. For that reason, because the music is, they have songs. They have some songs. Like Fire Emblem Fates is actually based around music.
Okay.
The game, like a lot of the powers and stuff are based around music. But yeah, they went all out. So Fire Emblem series is on
number 2.
I guess the last of my number 2s.
So my number 2. This is a game I've only played one game in the series, but it is so good that it sold me on it. I mean, these guys, look, man, I love the big orchestras. I love them. They're amazing. But dang it, sometimes I want the people that make the games to go into the freaking studio and record some fire stuff and throw in genres like hip hop and jazz and like alternative R&B and stuff like that, and mismatch it and make these beautiful original songs that kind of amazingly help their games and actually like are perfect for the theme of the game. I'm talking about Persona. It's my
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, wait. I was like, that's literally what I mean, yeah, Persona.
I mean, I love it. It is so many. First of all, I like hip hop, and this has some sort of hip hop ish alternative / R&B alternative / jazz alternative. It's
more jazz. It's actually, that's the genre. Let me see.
No, I know, but it's alternative. It has a lot of it has multiple genres in it. It plays a wide variety of like different songs and stuff like that. I love it. I mean, I fell in love with it in Persona 5. I've literally turned the game on, and I can just look it up on YouTube and look up like songs and just Persona 5 songs or whatever and just play it and loop it. I'll literally go to the game and like just stay in the menus and just leave it on. Like I'll leave the game on for hours.
It's just like, I'm telling you, don't you like feel like that's why
Look,
I'm not into rhythm games. I don't know if you know, it's like, you press Y,
Yeah.
X X Y Y. I don't know if you've seen that meme by, it was a Konami guy. But yeah, those are rhythm games where you have to mash the buttons with what the screen tells you.
Mhm.
I think they're stupid. Not until I saw Persona 5 dancing and Persona 3 dancing and
you
Persona
love the
4
music.
dancing, and I was like, you know what? If there was ever a time to love rhythm games,
That's the
time
thing.
is now.
Persona, their music is so good that they literally made their own dancing games, literally featuring like the protagonists of their own video games dancing. Like that's how good the music is that it spawned its own game. Like I've never seen that for a music in a game to be that good that it's like it could be its own game. The music itself. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah, the music, it plays with the theme. It plays with if you guys like Persona style music, look up Jamiroquai. I don't know. I know I didn't pronounce that right. You ever heard of Virtual Insanity?
no. Maybe if I heard them before, like heard their music before, but
It's this is the genre. This is the exact genre you're asking for. You think it's R&B, hip hop? No, it's so like it's his own genre.
yeah,
And-
okay. Everything has its own genre.
Come on, like
but when
I'm showing you a video right now, and just imagine Persona 5 like music behind this, and it matches, right?
no, but
It kind of goes with the rhythm.
my thing is like no, I'm sure it has its own genre. My thing is that like I'm just lazy, and I don't want to call it that.
Yeah,
so I
of
just.
course.
But I'm saying it has aspects of R&B and jazz and a little bit of hip hop. It has a lot of hip hop drums and 808s.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff like
of
that,
course.
and a lot of jazz stuff too. Again, it sounds great.
Yeah, like I'm saying, you can put Persona 5 like music behind Jamiroquai, Virtual Insanity. I don't know. I know I'm not saying his name right, but it's Virtual Insanity, and yeah, it looks like he's dancing to Virtual Insanity. I mean to a Persona 5 soundtrack.
Yeah. So Persona, my number 2. Century, you gave your number 2, right?
Yeah, it was Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem, right? Yeah. So time for the number 1. So this was your number 1. This is your true number 1, Century. What is your number 1 soundtrack of all time?
You go first.
Facts.
Let's switch it up. You go first.
You switched it up.
I'm spinning the coin on you.
Okay.
You go first.
I didn't expect this, but let me give you a clue. Boom, boom. Ah!
Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. I was like, wait, what? Yeah. That's just Skyrim.
Yes. If you never heard Skyrim, first of all, just please buy the game Skyrim. They have it on every console in existence. They have it for the N64. They have it for your phone. They have it for your calculator. Whatever
your
console
Samsung
you have,
fridge.
it supports Skyrim. Don't look it up. It just supports it. Look it up, buy it, and then the first 30 seconds of when you start the game, you already have your money's worth. I mean, it is the most beautiful introduction to a game, I think, ever.
Yeah, it got me into those scrolls.
Like when I first heard it as a kid, it was 2011 when it came out, and I was a kid, and I was waiting for this adventure. I'm like, I want to have my first adventure in the world of Elder Scrolls, and that song, literally, I felt like I was transported into that world.
Yeah, it's so epic, man.
And it's not also that, like the not just like the beginning song of it, the songs when you're walking into the cities and when you're looking out
or
in the
even
sky.
like the bard songs. The
Oh
bard
my god, I
music,
know he's
where the NPCs are just obviously they're voice actors or singers voicing these NPCs, but there's no music, right? Other than like the little instrument they have.
and you can
just
suggest
perfect.
different songs to them, and it's
Yeah.
like the lyrics change whether they're the Stormcloaks or the Empires, and like I know the songs line by line, it's like we drink to our youth. Okay, I'm not gonna sing it. I'm not gonna get copyrighted, dang it. But I like when you know the lyrics to it, and it's like, and it's not. Here's the thing: it's very hard for me to listen to a game soundtrack that isn't like Persona or Sonic Adventures outside of the game, because it's weird. Like okay, at least like from like the people I hang around with and stuff like that, they don't really listen to classical music or big orchestras and stuff like that in music. I mean, sometimes they use it as like I listen to music that uses that as a sample, but never like that. But the Elder Scrolls series is like the only series where I can say, yeah, I listened to this outside of like the game, and it's just still amazing. And also Elder Scrolls series, because Morrowind's theme is so freaking good. It is like Skyrim is Nordic and more like thunderous. Morrowind is more cool, more low vibe, more chill, but it still kind of has an epic feel to it. beautiful. I'm pretty sure the main instrument, there's a piano that they use for the Moral Moon one. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful.
well, like I mentioned before, Oblivion has this regal, you're in the capital.
Yeah.
Put a tie and some black shoes on. You're in the you're in the presence of a king. That's the type of music it's in. Whereas Skyrim is like you're in the wild.
Yeah, it's like you're in the
survive if
snow,
you
you're
can.
in the tundra.
Yeah, and this is like a land where like dying is like a privilege. It's like
I mean, people.
It's not frowned upon.
People made a language up for this music, especially in Skyrim. People made a dragon language up, just for the song. Just for the song.
Yeah, I said Valhalla, but Sovngarde. Sovngarde is sang in the dragon tongue.
In the dragon tongue. Like, you had to realize the people in the orchestra had to learn a fictional language that they will never ever use in their lives just to make this happen. And it sells you on the world.
Look at this. Naloke, Zinlovarin. It's
Did
cool.
you look up the lyrics?
There's an English translation. Yeah, there's a
Google translates. Google translates it. Oh, dragon language here. that right there is dedication. And that's where I think is like the epitome of game mechanics and the game itself and the soundtrack.
No, if you think about it as a game,
perfectly.
It's like but yeah. For the time it came out, I don't want to bash anything because it's so perfect. I have no. Obviously, as a critic, now I can look back and say, okay, it had flaws.
Stop.
But I have to say, when I played it, it was just the best. It was the best experience a game could give you.
It is.
That a movie cannot give you, and that's what Skyrim was. With the soundtrack, with the gameplay, everything.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something. Buy it, and just those first 30 seconds will make the $60 worth it. Even if you hate the game, just that 30 seconds of it will be amazing. My number one, the Elder Scrolls series. So, Sentry, what is your number one? I think I have a clue.
Yes. Okay, guess.
It's Legend of Zelda series. Come on.
It's you knew if I didn't mention it.
I was gonna drive over to your house. Keep in mind he lives 4 hours away from me. Sentry lives 4 hours away from me. I was gonna drive to his house and put my head on his forehead. Like, are you sick?
Yeah, like it's not even on my top. No, Zelda's my number one. I said those 4 on my list are all number 2s, but Zelda's number 1. Let me tell you.
Yep.
Zelda.
And here's the thing.
It's a masterpiece.
Here's the thing.
It is the premiere and the pinnacle of what an orchestrated music and pastoral music can offer. Like, no Zelda music is like similar. Obviously, the main theme, because there's so many Zelda games, but it has the one reoccurring theme, but it's been redone like 50 times and like every there's a Zelda concert. That's it. Yeah. There's nothing else. There's literally a concert.
No, I told you, Sandra. I said I said for sure. I missed a series in my top 5 that it hurt me to cut out, but I know it's gonna be either your number 1 or number 2, and it was that Legend of Zelda. I have.
Look at this. So this is at the United Palace Theater in New York City. Yeah, and it packs up, and it's just an orchestra with some gameplay games in the background.
And look it.
But I can go so in depth into it because like the music, it makes you feel like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, the Marvel game, is also in my honorable mentions.
Makes you feel like Batman. No, the music, it just evokes like an adventure. But then again, I said that for Dragon Quest, but it's not just that. It evokes storytelling, imaginary storytelling through music. It doesn't need songs at all. Like, the music tells the story. Like, it's actually possible. Like, this is in music theory, this is an actual principle. Where like a lot of these these music has to tell a story without words. Like some of the best, like written by by Chopin, Beethoven. Like if you look at their music, you know, has a here. There's a song, I don't know by who, I forgot now. Whereas
But yeah,
yeah, well,
it was my number
yeah,
6.
you know what
It
I
was
mean.
like if I had to make, if the list let me, include one game, one more series in there, it would have been Legend of Zelda. Again, I've played Breath of the Wild, and that's about it. Now I've been dying to play Majora's Mask and
No, I've played
Ocarina.
a lot. I haven't played all the Zelda games.
I have
Now
okay.
I have.
I've played Majora's
Now
Mask.
that I got a 3DS, my possibilities have just like opened up again.
Yeah.
Because I've played most of the Game Boy games already, like in my youth. And that's the thing. When I was a kid, I didn't know what Zelda was. I didn't even care about storytelling. But I knew that there was this guy with a green hood
It was awesome.
and his master sword that would fight these little goblin looking little red goblins basically. And that's how I knew. I was a kid at the time, but I played a lot of Zelda, and it was part of my youth, but I really didn't. The thing that brought Zelda back to me and made me like go like into a retro like a retrospective or an analytical view in it was Breath of the Wild. A lot of people didn't like Breath of the Wild's soundtrack because it wasn't like that epic adventure, and that's what I mean. That's what I love about Zelda. It's so varied but the Breath of the Wild soundtrack really conveys nature and the wild. So yeah, that's my number 1.
A very honorable number 1. Okay.
Yes.
I feel ashamed. I feel dirty. I feel like a dirty human being for not picking that.
I mean, it should have been at least in your top 5.
It
Come
should.
on.
It lost out to Sonic Adventures, and I know that probably makes you want to fight me. But again, I can't. Here's the thing: your number 1 is based on nostalgia, so
No, it's.
Well,
I
I know.
have no
Okay, it's not nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's a combination of. It's actually great music plus nostalgia, which to me that's what Elder Scrolls was, nostalgic and.
Yeah, the reason Elder Scrolls is there's a lot of like it's similar to a lot of music out there. I mean, come on, it's almost as close as to God of War, or God of War is similar to Elder Scrolls because God of War came out later. But Elder Scrolls, yeah, has a lot of nostalgia for me because when I first heard those tunes, my ears like
They teleported you to
yeah,
Skyrim.
I was in Skyrim, yeah.
Like I literally it sent chills down my spine the first time I heard it. Like as a little kid, excited to pop in that CD, or not CD, DVD. Pop that disc into the Xbox 360 and just letting that play. But again, great list. I thought my list was great. I thought we were gonna fight. I thought we were gonna end up getting to a fist fight over this list, and we didn't.
I'm surprised we didn't really have other than Persona.
Yeah, and Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, and obviously, yeah.
I knew that one was gonna be
You know what? I'm surprised you didn't put Zelda. I'm gonna fight you for that. How did you not put Zelda
Look,
at all?
I played Breath of the Wild and I played a little bit of Majora's Mask years ago on my cell phone, which I kept muted.
But like everybody knows the Zelda.
But
theme.
I have to play it. That's the thing. I have to play it. My thing was I have to play it while listening to the music, while playing it, so I can, get a good sense of it. And I just hadn't played any other, Legend of Zelda games. I'm sure if I would have, it probably would have jumped up a lot higher. I could see it. I could honestly, from 5 forward.
And I was actually gonna go a lot more in depth. Like I'm actually planning on doing a video eventually, and I've done a lot of research on Breath of the Wild, and like as you can see here, like it's a lot more in depth than what people think. Like it's good. So they use like masterclass composers. They don't play around when it comes to the music, and that's what Shigeru Miyamoto wanted, because he thought the first Zelda was gonna be too complex for like the average player.
Yeah.
Because it was the era of Mario, which was a simple, where Zelda was like a puzzle adventure game. So
You switched it up. No, and I mean, and to this day, that great music keeps living on. And I keep saying Zelda is probably one of the greatest franchises. Probably the greatest franchise in video game history. Like, if you want to figure out how to, and I know I can say that confidently with only playing like 1.5 games, because just seeing how much care goes into every game.
Music is so important in two of their games were based on music alone. Ocarina of Time, which is literally an ocarina, which is an instrument.
Yeah.
And Wind Waker, which is you have to like
The wind.
play like a tune to control the wind.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Music is huge for Zelda. It's not like it plays into the game.
yeah, it's really good. And yeah, so those were our top 5 list. We disagreed, but we didn't fight, which I'm surprised and I'm happy we didn't. It was.
Did we really? I mean, we didn't really disagree. I mean, I disagree that Zelda's not.
I'm sorry. I mean, you gotta realize now Sonic. It beat it up because it's so nostalgic.
Oh
It
yeah,
is.
I forgot about Sonic already.
Like just
Yeah,
listen to like the intro song. Listen to the intro of the game, and I promise you will change your mind. Turn it around by the speed of sound. Got place. First of all,
I did. I looked it up, and I wasn't impressed.
did you listen to it or did you watch like the level? You have to watch the level.
No, I listened to it.
No, watch it with the level. Trust me. That's why I'm like, dude, the gameplay experience. Like, I'll let you watch it at your own time. But, because, yeah, this podcast is getting really long. We wanted to talk about Detective Pikachu, but this podcast is getting really long. So we'll probably talk about it in the next episode. We'll talk about Detective Pikachu and basically movie/video games. Like, where are they right now? You know, because we haven't had a good one in a long time, a good movie based on a video game. So is this going to be the first one in a while that's actually good? Let's find out. Okay, we'll talk about it next episode. But, again, guys, it's been amazing. We had fun. It is, again, March 1st, 2019.
You're acting like you're retiring, like from a sports team.
Guys, I've had a lot of fun. This
We've
journey,
had time.
this is
We
a
had
real
a great
journey.
run, you know.
This is a
I
real
wish
long
you
journey.
well.
But
Yeah,
guys, I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. I hope you guys, liked all this stuff. And if you guys do, make sure to leave a like, make sure to sub. And of course, I'm gonna split some of these videos up and make them into their own videos in case you don't want to watch a whole 2 hour, hour and a half podcast. But again, guys, thank you for everything and have a good one. This is Champion and Sentry signing out.